Describe Tassie. Wild, windy, wonderful. Welcome back. And we left you last episode at Mole Creek. And we've scored ourselves an unused fire pit. Mum's birthday dinner. How many of them has she had? Got a fire going. Come on, because we need more wood. Oh, he's going to go. Gone! Thought we'd go down and sit by the creek that runs down behind the caravan park. And what do you know? The platypus is there.
Oh my gosh.
The wind's dying off. Will we get to Cradle Mountain tomorrow and reach the summit?
Look at that.
Oh, it's nice to have a, it's nice by the fire.
Happy birthday.
Oh, thank you.
Now this had to be one of the windiest nights I've ever experienced in a van. And not just gusts every now and then. This wind was like turning a fan on full and just leaving it on. I'm sure most of the park didn't sleep too well, but half of them were actually out tying things down. There were a couple of rooftop tents that had to be pulled down. The patrons had to sleep in their cars. Even the old barbecue on the stand with a gas bottle all fell over. So it's a windy day. Will we get to Cradle Mountain? There's a drone in my van. Oh Jayco. What you doing? Bacon for breggy? Off for a cave walk. Maricopa. I'm ready.
Oh, matey.
Hello, fella. Happy birthday. Straws, stalactites, stalagmites, columns. Out of the caves and onto a hike. Training for Cradle Mountain. Tree down. Level of difficulty extreme. There it is, look. That's the end of the road there, mate. Nice white dirt.
Yep.
After a long hike like that, relaxation was next on the list.
Very pretty.
Very pretty.
Great. I'm trying a nice little sparkling. And what are you trying, Denny?
Beer.
It's green.
We're at a winery.
A hemp, Tasmanian hemp beer. Anyway, happy birthday.
Cheers, thank you. Nice.
Now I'm just going to mention these few things, all relating to the head unit. Each time you turn the key, it's a different time that the radio actually powers up, and you want to reverse straight away. You've got to wait for this thing to power up, and other times it's nearly instant. The other thing too, the Apple CarPlay stopped working, Bluetooth's still going, but I'm getting these error codes. Doesn't matter what wire I'm using or what phone we try to pair up. Throw some info down below for me if this is happening to you. And my Toyota guy says that these are probably going to get recalled for their head units. Even vehicles that are 1 or 2 days old, unmodified, untouched, they're having these types of issues as well. I think we need to get onto them. Everybody call in that's having the issues and get them to do a recall on them. Do one more night here and head up to Cradle Mountain tomorrow. It'll be Shell's birthday and the weather looks like it's going to accommodate for a walk on the mountain. Excuse me, sir. I'm going to have to ask you to pull into this little weighbridge here. You seem to be a little bit overweight. Oh no, that's a 79. Is that? Oh yeah, that's a 79 series GVM upgrade. You can tell by that indicator hole. No, you're good to go, sir. Thanks for pulling in. Yeah, the rear suspension's not liking that, is it?
Yeah, it's like, please, just lift this stuff off me. It's pushing me.
Hit it. Stand. Ew. Are you responsible?
No.
Did you get a ticket for overweight on your 79?
No.
No, they let you go.
Yep.
You should have got put in jail.
No, I shouldn't.
Oh, this snorkel vibration's killing me. I can't wait for Safari to bring out their Air Max. 6 degrees, but what a cracking day we've got ahead. And off to Cradle Mountain it is, on Shell's actual birthday. Happy birthday! I was just saying, what a cracking day it's turned out to be. No wind, we've got an hour's drive up the mountain, it's only 6 degrees. And we get to climb Cradle Mountain today or tomorrow.
Yay!
How good's that going to be?
Okay.
The roads are narrow, and steep and windy, but you'd associate that with climbing to a mountain. It's getting narrower. Quick shift up to third, into fourth. Lose no time with clutch in and that motion. Mercy Valley, Oliver's Road. Hey girls, hey, happy birthday. Arrival. Nice spots. So this is the Discovery Park. So a quick setup and feed. Oh, look at that. And we're off to the mountain. Okay, we've got a run tour bus. It's here, is it? Oh, I'm exhausted.
Sometimes we don't. Cradle Mountain's in front of us.
Oh dear, we've just started and I see there's no shade. Okay, let's go, get your walking pace up. You can see the moon up there, it's laughing at us. Quite a nice boardwalk you're walking on. With that in view. There you go, back there. What backpack?
I know. It's the best way to travel.
It's got lunch and dinner, my razor in case I need to touch up. We could be gone for a few days. What was that from behind?
Best birthday ever.
I can't hear you.
Best birthday ever.
You know, I'll tell you a little yarn on that boat. We went to Gordon's Dam. Well, Kuma hat went choo. So that's why the Penrite one's back on. Oh, hello, Wombat.
Goodness.
Look at this big guy. Hello, sir.
Oh, Wombat.
Sorry to disturb your feed.
What's he eating on?
Grass. Hello, mate.
Wombat!
They yell at him.
No, she's too. Oh, where are you going? Where you going?
Well, he just fits under that bit. No, he doesn't fit under that.
He's scratching his back.
Onward and upward. So we finally made it. We waited 2 days for the winds to drop enough to get onto this walk. So in those rains and winds that we had out at Mole Creek, they said here that it was just drizzling with low cloud and fog and you couldn't see the peaks that we see here today.
Guys, look out.
This way, buddy. Might have to take off one of the 4 jumpers I'm wearing. Put them in the backpack. Track closed. Oh, bugger. We came all this way to Tasmania and the track's closed. Oh, this one's open, okay. A bit of water. Heading up to the lookout. We've hit cold wind and water. Have a look at that. Track here in front of us, it's straight up. That is, see those little people up there? Climbing and climbing. There's no stopping that kid. Look at him. He's catching the party in front. Not that it's a race, young man.
What?
Not that it's a race. But you're in the lead. Okay, so the chain and that red symbol on that pole mean this is difficult. This is URC wall climbing. Look at the visibility. We keep saying it, how blessed we are. It's turned it on. Happy birthday.
Mine doesn't show much.
So windy, the wind's just picked up, 45. Luckily it's pushing us back towards the mountain rather than the way we're climbing down. Like a cat on ice. Nice. That's the Toyota way right there, that family. Could not have timed that any better. Reached the summit. Now, that wind. Driving. Oh. So we're back to the chain. Crazy talk. Use the chain if you need it. Use your feet, use your, yeah, good work. Okay, pass these people, work well.
Oh, 14 on Monday, yeah, so early stages. And Jack's got almost
On our way back down, way different. Weather pattern, wind has really come up. Describe Tassie, wild, windy, wonderful. Look, a big fat wombat.
Oh, you can really see him now.
That's Wombat's pool down there, and I wonder if it's because it looks like a wombat. Back down at sea level or ground level for this place.
Wombat.
We've turned, jumpers have come off, and I'm now in high vis. After all those hours of walking, what, this is the perfect spot, is it, for the Cradle mountain shot?
That's right.
That's the postcard.
Beautiful.
Too funny.
Holder.
But we were so high and we could see it. What is it? Share it with the world. Take a photo here and be part of sharing. Blop, blop, blop.
Instagram.
There you go.
A real pretty creek, little waterfall. It fills gardenscapes. There's jobs for you down here. Their pruning needs improvement.
Oh, it's so fat.
He's a big guy. Living the good life he is. We're at the Discovery Park, nice little camp. Well, what do we do for dinner? And it's cold. It's a national park, can't have fires. Birthday surprise. So you got to follow this trail. I know you've done a lot of hiking in your life and more so this last 14 days. Go through these doors. So and then we've got to open this one. It says the kids didn't see, please close doors. Close eyes. Close eyes. Open! This is a games room, camp kitchen, and your own fire. Nobody here. All to ourselves. There's a second fireplace here, look at this.
See how the doors look? See? Doors
Amazing,
locked.
but look at this camp kitchen.
The door's locked.
But look at this camp kitchen.
Amazing.
Amazing. How good is this? It's our own hut. Phil, this is our hut. America's calling. This is an amazing space to use. You come up to Cradle Mountain to do some hiking. This camp kitchen, I've never seen anything like it. And my fry pan, while I've had this thing over 2 decades, I've handmade handles for it. It's never really seen a cooktop like it. But we'll clean it up and I'm sure we'll get the optimum tasting hamburger out of it. Our own table inside, we've got heat, it's actually quite cold here. I believe this is the coldest area of Tasmania because of where we're situated with the mountains and the altitude. But it's an amazing place. Did I show you the firewood?
This is like a
Look at it! Hamburger patties from reception. It says here Tas Fresh. We'll get these in one of the many microwaves. We're on to dinner, guys. Oh, Millie's onto the veggies. Careful with that knife.
So dinner tonight by fire. Do you organise this for me,
I
Dad?
did, yes. We made everybody in the camp area go away. Fire's going. The condiments are prepared. Shell got the meat thawed. Stick them on the fry pan. Now, it hasn't been a holiday of hardcore forward driving, rock climbing or mud. It's been a holiday of being with the family. We've had a lot of awesome hikes and it's our last night here. Tomorrow we head on the Spirit of Tasmania and then we've got a 10-hour straight haul home so you kids can be at school the next day. Wow, these patties are thick. Look at that, it's about 30 mil thick. Here's the birthday girl. We'll get some cheese on these, melted. America! Bon appetit, everyone. We find ourselves back in the camp kitchen we spent last night in. One more walk to do. We'll dump the caravan and then head to Devonport where we get the evening Spirit of Tasmania back to Geelong. Our final day and our final walk in Cradle Mountain. And just for those that are travelling through or have come out of the caravan park, there's day parking. For the bigger camper vans, for cars, and the car park's a lot quieter than it was yesterday. There's a whole area where you can park with your caravan hooked up and do your day walks. Okay, let's leave the slow coaches behind on our final walk. Excited?
Yeah.
It's a 3-hour one.
Around the bottom of the lake.
And then we're off to Devonport, where we might have time for a nice feed before we board the Spirit and head to Geelong. Then we've got a big drive. We arrive in Melbourne Monday morning and the kids need to be at school Tuesday morning. Bit of contrast from yesterday where we had the blue sky with the wind. So the lake was a bit chopped up. Today, so smooth. Canoers out there, they're on tours here. But there's Cradle Mountain with cloud above it. Still very pretty.
If you hit the bell, you can watch all the episodes.
Why are you climbing? We're supposed to be doing a lake walk. It's called the Ballroom Forest. Care to dance, Shell? There's your postcard. A bit of cloud. Water very still, looking very dark. Standing here at the top of Glacier Rock.
Oh.
And we're out of here again. A little bit of time to kill. Where are we going? Oh dear.
You right?
I guess. Take out the vineyard. We've sorted out the little parking pickle. But now we'll walk in. Spirit of Tasmania.
Oh wow.
What's the next best thing after you've been to a winery? A boat ride. Ho 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 ho. Have a look, how big's the queue going to be? So we feel that it's not going to be too big a delay. So all clear.
Road 10, thanks mate.
Thank you.
Thank you. You did.
Left hand turn. It's now 20 to 4 in the morning. I've had a bit of sleep. We should only be about 80 minutes or so from the mainland. There's the mainland, baby. This is your captain speaking. It's time to disembark. Up you get. Open the blinds. You see anything?
There's two of the new ones.
Alright, so there was a flat battery issue there next to us, but it's all sorted. free. Free to hit the road. The big road, 110k an hour road. Hit the mainland. The green light was given at 6:03. Let's see what time we hit home. M31 Sydney, first sign. Back on the big 110 zone highways and the warm weather, 27 degrees. Just stopped at a rest stop, and this has happened a couple of times on this trip, and I think even the trip to Dewar. But we pull up, we're in park, the revs stay up, and then you hit idle up and it'll come back down. So it's quite strange. It wasn't doing a burn, and it's a long way from doing a burn with only 2 bars there on the reader. Just off the boat, first stop, driven an hour and a half. I feel like I've been hit by a bus. Just looking at this tyre, the Kumo MT71s, just look at that tread. Doesn't it feel warm? It's actually hot. Just come in off the highway. They are really hot to touch. Cuckoo! Fuel lights come on, and we've still got 66 kilometres to get to a servo. So Shell's just done the research, and the 4 cylinders have the same fuel tank capacity as the old V8s, which is 130 litres. And it says there the Troopies have got a massive 180 litre, so I'm not sure if that's in 2 tanks. So that fuel light comes on, and I know last time it happened we got 100 litres in. We should get to that next servo. It's 66 kilometres away. How much lower can that needle go? And now the weather's turned bad. Honestly, Shell, are you worried?
No.
You can see it there in the distance, the VP. So at least if it conks out here, it's not too far a walk. We made it. Lucky, huh? We had heaps of fuel left in it. We had at least 15 litres left in it. And that tank, a tad over 18 litres per 100. So I feel like that's not too bad. So I found an option on the computer that shows me the kilometres per litre. So we might clear that, and we'll check that against the kilometres that I'm working out with the calculator. And if that's right, well, that's doing the maths for me. Another option I found, it's got the range. So it's telling me I've got 651 kilometres on the full tank, which makes sense because we just did a little over 600 and I still had 15 litres in the tank. There's the border, and that's 5 hours. Exactly 5 hours to the border with 2 or 3 stops. Welcome to New South Wales. Good to be back in New South Wales. I actually thought of saying something, but I didn't know you were going to put the camera on me. Power. There's a new concept in caravans, or maybe it's been around a while. Look at that, the inserted rear tyre. Sorry, every inserted spare tyre. I wonder why they put them at the back now. There's some manta ray. That one too. So the run home, and for those of you that have done the Melbourne to Sydney run, you know how hilly it is, up through the Alpine country. And we were pushing hard. I wanted the kids home at a reasonable hour to get a good night's sleep before their first day back at school. But the numbers were okay considering, at 20 litres per 100. The other thing too, since we established that we were down a little bit in oil earlier on in the trip, it's used nothing since. You can see on the dipstick here, it's right up on the full level. And I was chatting to a couple that have been travelling with a very similar van to ours in a pimped out 200. And she was talking about on that same trip we just did, she had numbers of 25 litres per 100, and her worst, now that was her best, her worst were low 30s. Now it was windy down there, hilly, windy, you were on and off the gas all the time. So to have those sort of numbers to compare to, travelling alone, I think this vehicle has done exceptional. So happy. So next on the agenda, we're going to unload the Jayco from this trip and set it up for the Drive Till You Drop Challenge. We'll be dropping it up a couple of weeks earlier than the event itself. So then we're towing up just with the one car on the weekend of the event. Look out, a bit of technology for this old dinosaur. We've got ourselves a new car, V06. And the reason I got this is so that we can potentially get some transmission temps. So it's pretty cool. You go through the list of data that you want. So we've got auto trans, neutral drive status, ambient air. I'm just pushing things at the moment. I do not know what I'm doing. But see, I've got engine coolant temperature, engine fuel rate, engine RPM, and then we hit OK. And then it's got, that's the ambient air, we don't need that. This one here is not letting me push. So the engine coolant, temperature coolant is there, it is there, but then you hit that and it gives you a graph of where you're traveling. EGT at the moment, bank 1, sensor 4, there's no support, so that's not actually giving me a reading. But this is going to be cool moving forward for all the testing we want to do. And as always,
Thanks for watching.